You walked in qualified and you're still asking for permission when you get there. I know what it feels like to walk into a room, knowing the jargon, knowing the domain, knowing your stuff, and still finding yourself asking, "Is that okay? Are you following me? How am I doing?" And you thought you were being professional. Well, I thought I was being professional. I was leaking energy. And this is episode 5 of the Freelancer's Mind, a series where we talk about the beliefs that help to shift, that changes how you show up as yourself employedness, like how you show up in your own thing. Hi, I am Nene, and I help people become the person their goals require them to be. And everything I share here, I have lived it first. And what that means for today's video is that if you've ever walked in a room and you have the qualification, you have the know-how, and you still find yourself seeking or asking for permission, then this video today is specifically for you. Here's the thing. We're qualified on paper, right? Knowing the domain deeply, you know your stuff, with the pressure of second guessing what you already know, you're there checking in to start off with. For me, when I, as a sign language interpreter, British Sign Language interpreter, when I got, we call it the yellow badge. When I had that badge, the excitement, I told everyone about it, like, everyone that that knew how much that meant to have that badge knew about it. The hype, the celebration, they're like, yes, cry. The next day, had to now, or it wasn't the next day, when the badge now finally came in, and now using and now showing like, yes, I'm qualified. The imposter that came from that, the insecurity, that even though I have this badge, I'm still like, okay, you okay? Yeah, fine, yeah, you good? Do you understand? I'm still not certain in myself, in my ability, in my understanding. I'm still seeking out. At the end, I'll be asking like, okay, was everything fine? Was that okay? Like, da. And the bottom line at the end of the day, it wasn't about skills, because now I'm qualified. I've gotten in the thing. But I, as a person, not there. I was actually speaking to another new qualified person who just recently qualified, and she called to tell me about it, because it has been a struggle, or for her anyway, a long haul to get to this point of getting it. And now she has it. She's still hesitant to tell people that she is. And I reminded her that the yellow badge, hey, how you doing too? I'm great. I'm live on TikTok as well. The yellow badge in our case means you are safe to practice. It does not mean now you know everything and every aspect of the job. It's like when you learn to drive, you're given a license. Doesn't mean now you're now an experienced driver. It just means on this road, you are safe to drive on your own until you get to the point where, you're cool. So the same is true for the profession or for whatever freelance work you're doing. Initially, you're safe to practice. You are safe to, because they've done all the checks and they're satisfied that you can go out there and showcase yourself. So the problem now is you're going out there knowing, actually not knowing. A lot of people don't know that it means you're just safe to practice. Doesn't mean now people just feel like, I have the yellow badge now, I know everything. And this was the case for this person. She felt like, I've got this yellow badge. That means the pressure and the responsibility of someone who has this thing now is on me. Got to remind her that no, you're just safe to practice. you've been trained, you've gotten all the things that's required for you to get to this point. Now it is gathering that like the evidence, the experience, the know-how you have. There's certain things that the classroom doesn't teach you. You have to just experience and learn on the job. But the problem then becomes where the learning now becomes like you're seeking permission, you're seeking validation, you're you're just going the flow. And like things like, let's check these two scenarios out where you're seeking, like you're coming from a place of fear, or you're coming from a place of let's just say confidence based. You go in there, you're like shoulders front, like people, we leak energy, like how we show up personally. It's like, I'm your interpreter. Is it okay? Is this fine for you? Yeah. You maybe I'm just because I'm sign is my thing, right? You say a few things or a few words, and it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, You understand? Like that. Are you following? Do you understand what I'm saying? You get me? And you think you're just being you're being responsible, right? Do you want to redo it? That is leaking energy. That is someone who is seeking permission. That is someone that doesn't know, that doesn't trust themselves. That is someone that doesn't get it. But when you come from a place of like a confidence-based check-in, I'm going to pause right here and just make sure like we're getting there, to make sure it's landing and everything's fine. Okay. And even with the silence, be okay and be comfortable with the silence. It's fine for silence to be, we don't have to fill it in with anything, right? Offering clarification, not seeking permission. You're clarifying things. We're not like, oh, no, it's like how your mannerism as well. It's not like, oh, we're like, yeah, just we're good. Yeah. Subtle difference that takes so much, because the fear-based questions, do you understand me? Are you getting it? You there? Da, da, da. That is, you're seeking your reassurance. You're giving your power away. You're letting them dictate how you show up and how you feel. You that is just like passing on to them. And then what happens? They lose confidence in you. They don't trust you anymore, because those check-in, in a way, you're seeking reassurance from the client to say that yes, you're okay to do your thing. When you know your stuff, you've got the deal, and then you're checking in that way. It just the reassurance and offering clarification are two different things that we need to understand, and we need to know where we're coming from. Because where the person is coming, like if you have a person that comes across and you feel like, okay, what do I need to do before I finish this thing? Then it's not. Let me give you a scenario of one of my clients. This is what the situation, right? This is someone who already, before they became freelance interpreting, they're already into tech. They worked in that place for years. I'm not talking about a couple, like they were in that domain before they now transitioned to work as an interpreter. So the jargon they knew, the nuance, they've done the job themselves. So now they're now newly qualified interpreter, and they saw the booking. They know what's about. They've been in that situation before, took on the job, and this is going to be a co-working experience with other qualified interpreters, and in this case, more experience. I put on quotation marks there. Interpreters, meaning they've been doing this longer, they have years on them, or they have like some status that people like, oh yeah, so they've got that. So now this person who has prior knowledge of the whole scenario, the whole dynamics, is now working with someone who has been clueless of the domain or whatever. They had to like do their research and understand. But yes, they've got that. And what did they do? As soon as they saw them, it's like, oh hi, I'll be co-working with you today. Let me know if there's what you want me to like if everything, like how am I to the point, asking how am I standing okay? So when you're doing the things like that, when you're now every pause, everything is like, yeah, am I okay? It's like a roaster. We're checking in. Like, what's that about? Is this fine? Am I still in your good books? It can be exhausting because they feel now they have to carry you because you're not standing your own ground. Now they have to make sure when you're there, you're doing your thing, but you're now seeing how they're showing up. And then it makes you just minimize yourself because now you're just, on them. They're looking, but you know your stuff. When you're on it, you're on it. And then you're like feeling at the end of the interaction, I call it interaction, the co-working experience. They, again, how did I do? What do you think they're going to say? This is what they said to them. I don't think this is for you. You need to have like some more experience, some more, I've forgotten the exact words, but basically around the lines of you need to go and do some more, what's the word? Like more not training, like one-on-one before you now come and do like a training setting kind of like thing. You're not caught up for this yet. You're not ready for this kind of jobs. People who like you need like years on you before you can like do this kind of job. And the person who booked them to do the stuff requested for them. This is the irony of it. They wanted them because they knew, and they have the whole 9 yards. But now being in the presence of other people made them feel so small. They had to seek reassurance and validation of like, how am I doing? What's going on? And what do you think is going to happen when you are thinking that, my goodness, I need this reassurance, I need this feeling of, okay, what's going on? You're going to start feeling insignificant. You're going to start feeling like I have to like prove myself or show up or try and perform or act or whatever, because now, oh, this person has been, they're like known in the community as someone who is there, who is like they're hot cake, right? And now because of that, you're now like, "Mm, yeah, all they did was carry you through. You gave your power away in that situation. And trust me, I have been there before. Like this is not something that like, yeah, no, I have done this many a time. I will walk into a situation and it will be kind of like, okay, even to the point of where do you want me to sit? Like, yeah, face, body, everything is just kind of like, uh-huh, uh-huh. And then I'm thinking, yes, I'm acting right, or that I'm feeling it. It was like, yeah, okay, it's like, yeah, everyone's cool, you know. And I was calling it, oh, I'm just being like, I'm just introverted, just shy, and just kind of like, this is my thing. No, I was leaking so much energy to the point where like they would I remember one guy, I went in to do this it was one of those kind of like meetings where you come and share your ideas, to give feedback to the council, the government, like whatever, and share your thing. And as soon as I walked in, all timid and seeing all those people that are going to be requiring my services and everything, and then one person now just brought an armchair, and I said, "Oh, here, sit here," and I sat down there, and then somebody else now came, and I was now like, "Oh, why are you sitting down? That kind of like seat, you're sitting down with arms like that. How are you going to move your hands?" I'm like, so I get it. Because now it's kind of like, okay, how do I show? What's this thing? What I really want us to understand is when we are in that professional state, professionalism isn't asking for permission. It is offering certainty. You get to show that I'm here just for clarity. I'm not here because I want to, like, is this, am I doing okay? Am I whatever? There's instances, there's a way you can get support, because always we're going to be learning, we're going to be seeing from each other and seeing how we can improve. Oh, I like that. I'm going to use that moving on like this. Okay, this I noticed. There is space for that. And that's called, like, with debrief, with whatever. Okay, what went well? How did we survive? There's certain ways to do it. But when you now go from, oh yeah, so how was it? Like, as if, you're now back in maybe supervision or some, no, there's how you can relay and seek that conversation, then making it come from a point of, like, giving your power away, regardless of how many years or how buoyant the person has on you or whatever. You have to understand that you have and been given the status of safe to practice. So you got this, regardless of what that person has on you. So you have to come from that point of, I know my stuff too. I might not be able to display it yet to the level that you are. Doesn't mean that it discredits the like what I bring to the plate, what I have to offer. There's no way it should, like, this, like, in any shape, way, or form. So when I see that with other people, I champion them. I'm like, no, we're not about that. You are here because you have done so much. You took so, especially for, I don't know about many other countries or situations, but as a British Sign Language interpreter, the work you had to do to get that yellow badge, it's not a walk in the park. And the mental turmoil that you have to take along the way to get to that point, to not get to the point now that you've arrived and you think, no, you're now in this spell jail that feel like, I still need to validate, I still need someone to see if I'm okay. There are many ways to do that. There's so many ways to get to that point, and it's understanding that with this awareness now, you can then take this awareness and, like, you know what, I leave it at that. Like, at least I know, but I'll just keep on doing what I'm doing. Because what you've heard now you know that you can't unhear this. How are you leaking energy? You're leaking energy in your being. You're leaking energy in your words. You're leaking energy in how you accent. You're leaking energy in those different things, right? So every time you ask, is it okay? Is it okay? Now you will know that what you're really asking isn't that. And now it's a case of, do you then go and figure out, like, make up your own list, bring it down. Okay, well, this is how I normally would introduce myself, or how I would check in, or how I would, like, co-work with somebody. These are the things that gets to look like. Now, what's that going to be for me now? How am I going to start showing up? What are the things and the phrases that I'm going to start using, practicing going forward? Right? 100% can do that. Just reflective learning. Take it out. Okay, this is how I've been showing up. This is where I might be, like, leaking, or what might be happening, or even an experience you've been in a place where that scenario has happened. Now, what do you get it? So now, knowing that this is a situation for you and this is what's showing up, and knowing that, okay, there might be some root causes of, okay, why am I feeling like this? Is it because I feel as an imposter right now, or is it because I have this self-doubt for self, or is it a case of the self-loathing is now the root thing that is making me feel like I need to validate, I need to people please, I need to do that? Having that awareness and having that knowing, and, okay, what do I get to do next? And you can get support. We get to work together properly as someone who's lived it, someone who's been trained to support others through this as well. In how do I then now go from this feeling and this showing up to how I get to show up now? In the comment section, if you drop the word identity in the comment or DM me identity, we can talk, and I'll let you know what that gets to look like. How can we then get from that transformation from this to that? What's that next shift? And if you haven't done so already, subscribe and click on that notification button, because we're still on this series, the Freelancer Mind. What are the things that we get to start shifting for self, so that when we go out there, we're showing up confidently in our role? Again, I am Nene, and we do this every single day. Remember that your voice matters, and it is your time to use it. Bye for now.